Hi, this is Shannon with Chic and Sassy Nails by Shannon. I am here doing my next mani. I am doing an Asian inspired mani because my VIP group did an amazing, threw a little surprise for me, and I'm going to show you these. These are custom nail decals that my friend over at Stacy's Sassy Smiles, let's see if I can get that in focus. If you can see, there's dragons and cherry blossoms, koi fish, lotus, and all sorts of little, aren't they cute? Okay, so the story behind this, I'm going to work on my mani while I talk to you, but I'm starting with a couple accents of, what is this one called? Santa Baby. Sorry, I should have had these out. I'm going to do just two nails with this color, and then the rest are going to be one of our new, what's it called, sub box sets. So, alright, so the little story behind the nail decals. So back in August, Color Street had a incentive for stylists where the top 5 PV for the whole month, PV is personal volume, so the top 5 sales for August will get to design a nail set. So my group and I were working really hard to get that, and I ended up getting 6th for the month, and I was less than $200 away from the number 5 person, so it was a little bit of a bummer, but to show their support and to cheer me up, I guess, I don't know, I was okay with it. I mean, it is what it is. I can't do much. We weren't able to know what everybody else was at, so it was, we had worked hard, I had done my best, and it is fine. But to help, to cheer me up and to make me feel better, kind of a thing, my VIP group surprised me this past weekend. And how they did that is, it was one of the gals' ideas, Karen, and then she and Stacy basically collaborated and came up with these decals that Stacy made from, I think they purchased art on Etsy and everything, and then she has a sticker. I don't know what she uses to make stickers, but she makes stickers. And then what they did is they reached out to as many VIPs as they could get, people in my group as they could get a hold of, and they got the ones that were interested or able to, they were able to get a hold of. They all sent. Stacey sent these decals to everybody, and then on Saturday they started posting these nail fees with these custom Asian inspired manicures, and then they wrote really nice messages about how they appreciate me and thanking me and all that kind of stuff. So it was just amazing and overwhelming, and I still can't get over that they did that, and it was so kind. And then, and a little bit about why it is the lotus and the koi fish and the dragon and stuff is because I had shared with them that my idea, if I did get to design a set, was to do an Asian inspired look because I'm Asian American, I'm Vietnamese, I'm actually adopted, but I, back in May, I was disappointed because Color Street had done, I think my nails might be too long to get two out of this one, so I might grab another strip here in just a second. Back in May, I was very disappointed because last year was the first year they had put out a Hispanic Heritage Collection, and which is September 15th to October 15th. We're just wrapping that up. they did another Hispanic Heritage Collection this year. And then last February they did a single set, not a whole collection, but a single set for Black History Month. That was a collaboration with a historically black college, an HBC, and then in May they didn't do anything for Asian American Pacific Islander, which is AAPI, Heritage Month, which is May. So I was a little I guess surprised or disappointed that we didn't get a set as well, or at least a set, a foundation strip or something. Sorry, I'm trying to see which one I want to use. And then, so that was my idea, is I wanted to do probably an overlay, because if they let me, with art, you know, that I was going to design with Asian inspired influences. I liked the idea of doing an overlay so people could create their own, you know, custom like manis and everything, but I don't know. So anyway, I still might I still am gonna work on trying to get an AAPI set. So all right, anyway, so that is why they did that. So all right, I forgot to warm up I'll have to do it after. I always forget to warm up my flax bag, but I will go over them all after hit them with the flax bag. My nails are too long to get too, what did I do here? And then of course I have a base coat on, which I don't always, so I'm not going to adjust that, but it's okay. It's a little far to this, not as close to the edge of my finger as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. It is fine. All right, so I am doing these accents of red, which is a very popular color in Asian culture and means, well, different things in different cultures. Sorry, I'm getting messages that I need to ignore. And then I'm doing red and gold together. All right, so this gold, because I want the decals to pop on the gold, and this is a very pale. So this is the new, so maybe I shouldn't post this right away, but this is a sub box set from the October subscription box that I am going to use as a base underneath my decals, because it is a light gold. It has a glitter in it. Oh, I didn't cut this all the way, or it is melted, or I had already sealed it because I had opened it up earlier. I'm trying to not, all right, let's see if I can open it without having to cut more off. I guess it got sealed and it didn't look like it. Oh, there. Okay. All right, got it. So these are different because they have a different, you know, the tip to them. There was one I already opened. I already opened this at once. So there is a full sets here. I just used the. All right, we're gonna do, okay, so my plan is, we're gonna see if this works. My plan was to use the solid, so these are two-ended strips. So you can use the pointy end or you can use the curved end. I'm having trouble, oh there. And then I'm going to use the curved end and do a full strip, and then if I have enough left over, I actually want to add the gold pointy part to the red. Alright, let's see if I can line this up. Good enough. All right, so what I determined earlier today when I did some comparison video for the sub box And this strip, the base is the same as Stay Golden, and then but it has glitter, so it does have a subtle holographic fine dusting of glitter over it. But I thought they were a good complement with the red, and I wanted to add the decals over it. So I'm going to use the koi fish. There's 4 koi fish on the sheet, and I'm going to use 4 of them, I guess, because I have. And then I'm going to do the lotus with the moon, because that's a bigger decal on my, what's it called, thumb. So let's see how I'm going to line this up. I wanted to add a little bit to this. Okay, so just a second, I wanted to push this down before I clean it up. So this was my idea. I'll have to see how I end up liking it. Alright, so when I do things like reverse like this, you can pre-cut it and just kind of eyeball so it has a more like curved shape to it, instead of just trying to cut it with after it's on. Didn't cut all the way through, which is fine, but you just have to clean up along the edge of your nail. Sometimes it's not the cleanest. Well, it's not too bad. I have a little too much. I pushed a little bit so I didn't get up. Some of the red is showing. That's okay. All right. Okay, so that is the first one. I think I am going to add the point on both of them because I kind of like how it looks. I like the red and the gold together. Let me see here. Let's do my other hand. I'm going to lose like track here of what I'm doing. Of course, with one-ended, well, I'm using actually both ends of this, but I do need to use the same. You have to use a little bit more strips when you're not having the two a double-ended. So I guess they're considered mixed. I don't know what we're gonna call those. Mixed end strips, because they are double-ended, but they're different. They're not the same. Multi-strips, I think, maybe. Is that what they called it? I feel like dual-ended. No, that's the same. Dual kind of means the same as double. I don't know. What are the suggestions? I don't know if they said anything. Okay, God, I think this is a really pretty color. I know it's light for some people. But okay, now I have to eyeball. I don't know how. See, it's not like perfectly centered or anything, so it is what it is. I just have to go for it and not worry about it being perfect, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, oops. So let's push my cuticles, or push my strip down and find my proximal fold. And then take my orange stick or wood cuticle pusher, or whatever you want to call it, and then kind of try to perforate that right along where my proximal fold is, where my nail ends. Well, I guess it doesn't end there, but where nail bed. You know what I'm saying. Alright, I don't think I cut it all the way through. Basically, there just has to be enough to like get a clean cut. Okay, so that is not bad. I kind of like that. So, all right, let's do, these are my pinkies, so I should do the tips, but they're not going to be wide enough to do the full nail. Oh, I don't need to use these because I'll use the ends of these. That's silly of me. I should have figured that out before I mean, at least I did figure it out before I used it. Okay, so grab these. I don't need all these. Okay. So we'll use the thumbs and the two pinkies, and then we're gonna work on the decals. I have heard Stacy said they're a little thicker because they are nail stickers, so they're not super bendy on my curly nails, which is one of the reasons I did accents of red on the two nails I did do, because these are my curviest nails. But we are gonna try to use clear as day to help us out and see. I'm gonna actually warm that up as much as I can. So I have a heating mat underneath, but I've noticed that the silicone mat holds the heat really nicely. This mat I got in my September sub box, I believe. I think that was the right month. I think that was, oh no, maybe it wasn't September. No, I don't recall. So anyway, I think it was, but it might have been the one before. Ooh, okay, I hadn't stuck it down enough. I don't know if I feel like I'm not lining this up correctly. Good enough. Okay. Alright, let's cut the trim off the excess with my fingernail, and I'm gonna smooth. I forget to use my rubber cuticle pusher too, but I'm gonna just take this over right away and do the little tip here. We're just gonna go for it because I can't overthink it. I tend to do that. All right, and then try to clean that up. All right, so next weekend, or next week, Minnesota, I think it's K through 12. I don't think colleges do MEA, but it's a Minnesota Education something. I don't know what it stands for, but we have 3 days off next week, and I don't know if it originally started as like teacher workshops and stuff, but I don't think teachers actually have to work it now anymore. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. Some of the teachers in Minnesota should tell me. But anyway, so we have a long 3 days off in October every year. And we're not big. We don't usually travel or anything. But this year we are going to do a couple college visits with my junior in high school, because we are trying to figure out, get kind of a narrow down from what type of school they want to go to, as far as if they want to go in the city, stay in like the Twin Cities area, or if they want to go further out, smaller town. So we're starting that process of going to do a couple visits just to get an idea of size and general location as far as if they like schools in the city versus a college town further out. And size wise, like we're gonna visit the U, which is huge, and then some smaller private schools, and then from there we're gonna see where that leads us, because then there's lots of options. There are kind of state schools that are smaller than the U but way bigger than like a private school. Community college is always an option for basic courses, to get their generals done. We'll just have to see what we're gonna do. We're starting that process. Because I have no idea. Like, we haven't really thought about it. And yeah, so that is happening some of next week, and then I don't know what else we'll do. We'll do something with the family, I'm sure, and then we like to do escape rooms. That's like one of our things as a family. We started the kids when they were younger. I mean, we've probably done them, I don't know if it's been 3 or 4 years. It was before COVID. Okay, so wait, this year, oh my gosh, has it been 3 years since COVID started? Okay, well, so maybe it's been like 5 years. Maybe our youngest was 8 when we started doing escape rooms. So, but we've been doing them as a family. It's one of the things that we like to do. We usually do like one over spring break or at the end of the summer. We usually do one or two a year. And then since COVID, the escape rooms. So when we started, like I said, I think it might have been in 2018 when we started. When we started, escape rooms were like it says 8 people. It's usually 8 people can go in an escape room. So you did it with like strangers. But then when COVID happened, when they opened back up, it was private events. So you paid like per person, but you weren't with any strangers then, because we couldn't social distance. So that's what they started doing, and it's actually really nice. Most of the places have kept it like that. So early on, we tried a bunch of different. We pretty much did all the local escape rooms around in the Twin Cities that we could find, and then we kind of figured out which our favorites were, because they are different. And then so most escape rooms have multiple themed rooms, so multiple escape rooms at each location. And we've done most we did all of them at our favorite location. Our favorite location is actually at the Mall of America, and it's actually probably the most expensive escape room that we found, but we found that they did the best job as far as very elaborate, like, puzzles and multiple rooms, and yeah, it's really cool. And then we've done our second favorite place is called Trapped, and they have 2 physical locations, and then each of those locations have multiple puzzles, multiple rooms, and we've done, between the 4 of us, we've done probably all of them except for, I think we have 1 left, maybe 2 left. But because some we did, like, the kids have gone to birthday parties and done them, and some, like, I did one with friends, and then like Joe and I did one with some friends too. So, but yeah, so we might do that, but we are running out of rooms at our favorites. We might have to find another location to try. I know we haven't tried them all, or there's been some new ones that have come, since the first year we started this. But yeah, they're really fun. If you haven't tried an escape room, I highly recommend it. It is fun, family thing, like I said, our youngest was probably 8, and they would, you know, obviously as they're gotten older, they're more helpful with things, but it is definitely, the 4 of us have never not been able to solve and escape. They, we like puzzles and stuff though, but most of them you can get clues or hints, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't, we're not like super competitive that it has, that like we have it count for subtracting time. Well, this is my base. We're gonna work on trying to get the stickers on. I'm gonna turn up and see if I can heat them. I don't know if that'll help at all. I know I'm gonna have, this is clear as day, we're gonna put over to get these to actually stick. So let's get out the tweezers. And my plan was to put the koi fish, if I can get it off. Oh yeah, there, it just pops off, okay. Oh, I see. Maybe they won't, maybe it's not gonna show up as good as I thought on the gold. Oh yeah, that shows up. Oh, it's cute. Okay. And then I'm going to use this other one on the other finger. I think I'm going to put it at an angle. Oops, I guess it'll be at that angle because it's stuck down there. Actually, these are sticking pretty well. I wonder if they will stick enough that I could just put a top coat. We will see. This is a bigger one, so this is one that might not stick down as well because it's so big. It might not flatten out as well. I can see that. Okay, so this one is giving me a little bit harder of a time because it doesn't want to get smooth on the curvy nail. It kind of has a little bubble right there. Let's see. It kind of has 2 bubbles. See right there? It doesn't want to stick. Let's see if I keep working at it. That's the one that's going to pop off, is this big one. Maybe I switch to something smaller. I don't know if I can get it off at this point. It'll probably rip, huh? It's like if it's not sticking, but it is sticking enough there. It needs just a little like cut on it. I wonder if I should just cut it to get it to lay smooth. If it wasn't right on the dark spot, it would be better. Maybe I can move it. I don't know if I can. It needs a little score right there. Oh, let's see what we can do. So my other idea is to add a little my top coat, Stacy's, I don't know what she called it, special sauce. I don't know, something like that. But I want to decide if it's going to be too much. I just wanted to add a little to the tips of the gold of the one that is very similar to, what's it called? Thanks a Million. So I'm trying to add a little score to see if that'll help flatten this out. Okay. I don't recommend cutting on your nail, but okay. That is what it is. Alright, these ones stayed a little bit better. Oh, I kind of want to do a lotus on that. Okay, let me see. Calm myself. Or do I want to do a little cherry blossom? Alright, I don't know. Let me get these other ones done. And then, okay, let's do the koi fish. It is mirrored, so I can put it on that nail. Where do I have it? Close enough. And then this one is the straight up and down one, and I have it going towards the other koi fish. So I will try to do that. Alright, I don't use decals a lot. So, okay, how do I do this with my left hand? Close enough, that's fine. Okay. Alright, I kind of want to throw a little lotus, and I kind of want to throw a cherry blossom on that one. I wonder if I cut this a little scoring on the clear first, if it'll help it lay flat. I don't know if that even scored it. It did. So, oh, they're mirrored. She's good, isn't she? Oops. Oh, this is like awkward angle. Ah, not close enough. Oh, I think the scoring does help. It creates a little bump, but I think it, with a big sticker like that, you get, I think that's it. That's the way to do it. You put a couple little score marks because that allows it to shift enough, but it is a little bumpier. But there's a little bump. I should have done one at the bottom. I didn't. I think it definitely lays a little flatter where I had the score marks all the way up here. You can feel them, but I'm totally going to do a little tiny cut. I don't recommend cutting it on your nail. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. I don't even know if I cut it enough. I was kind of trying to be safe. Might not have cut through. Alright. Yeah, good enough. Okay, now I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna need clear as day. Is it gonna be too much to add the lotus? I don't think so. Oh, and they kind of fit like perfect right there, you guys. It was like it was meant to be. Now I have to decide if I'm leaving this one blank or if I'm throwing the little triangle cherry blossom, because they're like seriously the right shape to just kind of fit in that little triangle peak, which I did not notice until just now. Like the lotus fit perfect, so these little dudes will fit too. So we're gonna do it, because why not? Then I get lotus flowers and cherry blossoms, and although the cherry blossoms are going to be hard to see because the lines are so faint, so I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't think they're going to show up as much. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that back on there. Perfect. Not too bad, actually. Alright, I'm going to save those. Oops, do I have this on? I do. I have my hot flat iron on and I forgot to use it on the gold set, but that's okay. Do I want clear as day, or do I want to just try top coat and see what happens? I'm not a huge fan of using clear as day, but I don't know. How do you get decals off? Does it come off with like regular remover? That I don't know, because I don't wear a lot of decals. So what I do want to add, and I don't know if I can do this either, how it's going to work. So, oh, Stacy's Sparkle Sauce. That's what it's called. Not special sauce. That was close. I want to just add some of this to the tips. So, I don't know if I can just do some. I think I can. I think it's working. I didn't know if it would work out or not. Oh yeah, there, I got some. I'm making my own glitter dips, you guys. I was hoping that would show off a little. It looks a little, you can see it a little bit more in person. Alright, let's do these tips too, and then let everything dry, and then I will decide later if I need to do clear as day, or if I can just try to do the plumping top coat, or what is going to keep this all on here best. So the little ones seem to stick good, it's just that big one on my thumb. I need to get that to lay a little flatter somehow. Oh, I need more. Definitely has more glitter on that other fingers. Maybe not. Oh, this is good though. This is the Thanks a Million dupe. Can you see the little flecks on there? Okay, so this is my Asian decals that I got again from my customers, because I didn't get to design the Asian inspired set. So, alright. I just did like that and a thumbs up popped up. Anyway, I don't know how that did that. Alright, you guys have a great day or evening, depending on when you watch this. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.